Who could have guessed that two ingredients could help with multiple cocktails? Welcome back, and today we're going to reference Campari and sweet vermouth. These two ingredients, when they're put into equal measures, can be used for a multitude of cocktails. We're going to talk about 3 drinks here today, and we'll briefly touch on a 4th. The first is what's known as a Milano Torino. It's called as such because Campari, this bitter aperitif, you might remember from my Jungle Bird episode, is from Milan, Italy. And sweet vermouth, or red vermouth, is Italian style and is normally made in Turin, or Torino, host of a previous Winter Games. I want to say it was the 2006 Games? Don't quote me on that. But in equal measure, you can create a number of refreshing cocktails. So, to begin, we will create the Milano Torino. Big rock into your glass. And this is nothing more than equal parts. For this, we're going to go 1 ounce Campari and 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. This is Martini and Rossi. If you find others, you're more than welcome to use them. Grab yourself a bar spoon. Give this a little stir. Get it cold. And this is a Milano Torino. Cheers. It's sharp. It's very bitter. The botanicals from the vermouth play well, but it's a sudden hit to the face. You know, it's not. It has some evolution, but you start with the bitterness and then the rosemary within the sweet vermouth. It takes over, finishes it off. It's a fine, nice refreshing cocktail for the summer months. I'm going to take this, put it to the side, and now we're going to create another cocktail. It's called the Americano. The Americano was created mainly because of Prohibition in the States. People of means during Prohibition decided to go to places where the shores were more open to alcohol and not be so closed off. And Italy, of course, was one of them. So they fell in love with Campari, sweet vermouth, but then elongated. So we have the Americano. Now, it's not named the Americano because Americans liked it. No, it was named because it's a play on Amaro, which means bitter. So you have a Amaro Cano, Americano, just like Americano coffee. It's not named that because Americans like it. It's named because it's bitter. So we're going to create the Americano. Take a Collins glass. I'm going to fill this up with ice. I'm going to go 4 cubes. And now, just like with the Milano Torino, 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And now we're going to lengthen this. You can lengthen it with club soda or maybe even tonic water to have a variation on a gin and tonic, but I'm going to use seltzer. Fresh bottle, nice and fizzy, and pour off the ice to top. Again, take your bar spoon, come down, minor stir, just to incorporate, nothing big. Grab yourself a straw, right on in, and this is an Americano. Cheers. I like this better. Reason being is because the reason I like it is you still get the bitterness and you still get the herbs from the vermouth. But the thing is, it doesn't attack you. This is more of a washover, not just sock you in the mouth. You still get the bitterness, you still get mouth watering, but it's a lot more approachable than just straight up. If you were to tell me I can make you a Milano Torino or Americano, I'm choosing the Americano every day. Let's put that away. We have one more drink. that this combination of ingredients is utilized in, and it's called the Negroni. The Negroni, it sounds weird, follow me on this, was created in Campari's own restaurant in Italy. And it was a request in an order from the Count Negroni, who wanted to have an Americano that was a little bit more proofed up. Because unlike the Milano Torino or the Americano, those are rather low alcohol by volume drinks. So, what the bartender did, instead of having like an Americano and using club soda to make a tall drink, instead he utilized gin. Here's how you make the Negroni. Big cube of ice into rocks glass, and you know how it goes. 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and now 2 ounces of gin. I'm using Bombay Sapphire. Reason being is that it has a little bit more kick in terms of the botanical forwardness of the gin, unlike say a Tanqueray or something like that. Pick whatever gin you like. You can use a Genever. You could use Old Tom gin. I'm using a variation on London dry style. So I want 2 ounces of gin. Round 2, bar spoon. Give it a stir. Get it cold. And the third drink, utilizing the magical mixture of Campari and vermouth, the Negroni. Cheers. The botanicals from the gin play well with the Campari. The vermouth is still there. It's essentially, the vermouth acts like a bed. It acts like the base layer of everything, and it just rides along. You know, it carries itself through. Yeah, like, it's not my jam. I mean, it's a fine cocktail. It'll certainly get the job done. Ooh, the gin actually holds on a little bit more. If you give it a little bit, if you give it about, 10 seconds, 20 seconds to just, to settle and let it mingle a little bit more, the gin then holds on more and goes through. So, it's a nice cocktail. I mean, all three are decent cocktails. Personally, I would be all over an Americano more than a Negroni. It has more of a soft drink type of deal, and it's also low ABV in comparison to the Negroni, which it's a full alcohol, it's a foolproof spirit. There is a fourth cocktail that utilizes equal parts Campari and sweet vermouth, and that is the Boulevardier, which instead of utilizing gin like the Negroni, it utilizes whiskey, bourbon or rye, typically bourbon, but you can certainly use rye or any whiskey that you prefer. If you want to see how that's made, check right up there. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, have you had any of these drinks? Are you planning on trying any of these drinks? Are you looking at vermouth? Are you looking at Campari to try and make other cocktails? Because they are certainly effective for the summer months or in any time of year, really. You can find me on my social media pages down here in the block below. Personal YouTube page, youtube.com/ScottWSmith. Try to be there every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Probably game, maybe make a drink. I don't know if I'm going to be making one of these, but, another cocktail or so. Until next time, thank you for watching. I will be back real soon with another cocktail, and this has been The Beginner's Bar.